Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. In previous videos, we have discussed about the definition of analytic function and also we discussed about the conditions to that given function becomes an analytic function in the complex plane. Now in this video, I will give some examples on analytic functions. See. Test whether the following functions are analytic or not. At every point in the complex plane, we have to check that these functions are analytic or not at each and every point in the complex plane. See the solution. First one, here given function is z square. So let us represent the given complex variable with f of z is equal to z square. And everybody knows that in this complex variable function f of z, z is known as a complex variable. So which is x plus iy. So entire in this chapter, whenever we have small z, we have the rights to replace z is equal to x plus iy. So let z is equal to x plus iy. So you will get x plus iy whole square, which is nothing but expand this one by using a plus b whole square, a square plus 2ab. So 2ixy plus b square iy whole square. But we know that I square means negative 1. What is I square value? Minus 1. So x square plus 2ixy minus y square. This can be written as x square and minus y square at one place plus I into 2xy. We have to separate the real and imaginary parts in the given function. This is the first part of the problem. Okay, we can say this is u plus iy, u plus iv. Okay, so what is the real part? Real part of the given function f of z is x square minus y square. And what about imaginary part v, which is the coefficient of I here? So v is equal to 2xy. So first of all, we have to find out the partial differentiations of u and v with respect to both the variables x and y. So calculate dou u by dou x. Calculate dou u by dou x. This means that partial differentiation of u with respect to x. In this case, whenever we have x, blindly replace it by, whenever we have y, blindly replace it by 0. Okay, just to do the derivative for x terms only. Differentiation of x square with respect to x is 2x. Here we are taking the partial derivative with respect to x. That's why y becomes constant. Its derivative is 0. Okay, now calculate dou u by dou y. In this case, x becomes constant, its derivative is 0, differentiation of y square is minus 2y. Next, calculate dou v by dou x. In this case also, y becomes constant. Just to do the derivative for x variable. Derivative of x with respect to x is 1. 2 times of 1 is 2 and y is there. Now calculate dou v by dou y. What is dou v by dou y? Here, x becomes constant. So just to take the derivative of y with respect to y, it is 2x. So clearly we are observing that dou u by dou x is equal to dou v by dou y, and dou u by dou y is opposite sign of dou v by dou x. So please write that one. Clearly we are observing that dou u by dou x is equal to dou v by dou y, and dou u by dou y is equal to opposite sign of dou v by dou x. That is, the real and imaginary parts of the given function u and v satisfies CR equations, Cauchy-Riemann equations. So also we are observing that these all partial derivatives are exist finitely, and which are 2x, 2y, minus 2y, minus 2x. These are all first degree polynomials, hence they becomes continuous at every point in R. So first condition is satisfied of the theorem, and also both real and imaginary parts of the given function f of z satisfies CR equation. That's why given function f of z becomes analytic at everywhere in the complex plane. F of z is equal to z square is analytic at everywhere. At everywhere means at every point. At every point in the complex plane. Okay, so To check that given complex variable function is analytic or not, first of all we have to find out the real and imaginary parts of the given complex variable function by replacing z is equal to x plus iy. After getting real part u and imaginary part of v of the given function, we have to find out the all four partial derivatives, which are dou u by dou x, dou u by dou y, dou v by dou x and dou v by dou y. We have to check that these derivatives are satisfied these CR equations or not. If CR equations are satisfied by u and v, then only we can tell that f of z is analytic at every point in the complex plane. This is the procedure. See the next problem. See the next one. Here given that f of z is equal to e power z. This is the given complex variable function. We are going to check that whether this function is analytic or not. Okay, so put z is equal to x plus iy, because e power z is a complex variable function in z. That's why t plus z is equal to x plus iy, which is e power x plus iy. E power x plus iy. This can be written as e power x into e power iy. So that is equal to e power x into, how can we express e power iy by using Euler's theorem on complex numbers? Cos x, cos y, here variable is y, that's why write expression in y terms, cos y plus I sin y. So that is equal to, take this e power x to inside, you will get e power x into cos y plus I into e power x into sin y. So you can take this as u of x comma y plus I into v of x comma y. So you will get real part of given function f of z is equal to u is equal to e power x into cos y. Okay. Similarly, imaginary part of the given function f of z is represented by v of x comma y simply can be written as v only. It is enough, e power x into sin y. In this way we can get the real part and imaginary part of the given complex variable function. After that, find out the partial derivatives of u and v. You have to find out dou u by dou x first. In this case, except x remaining are all constants. What is u? E power x into cos y. So cos y is in product, which is constant. It is enough to write the derivative of e power x with respect to x only. So e power x into cos y. Now calculate dou u by dou y. Now calculate dou u by dou y. Here e power x becomes constant. Just it is enough to write the derivative of cos y with respect to y. That is the meaning of partial differentiation. So differentiation of cos y with respect to y is minus sin y. Everybody knows it. E power x into sin y. Now calculate partial differentiation of v with respect to x. In this case, see this function. Only e power x is the variable. Differentiation of e power x with respect to x is e power x into, here sin y is in product, so you can write as usually and calculate dou v by dou y. Now in this case we have to find out the derivative of sin y with respect to y, because e power x is a constant which is in product, so don't do for derivative of e power x, and derivative of sin y is cos y. So clearly we are observing that these both are equal. Dou u by dou x is e power x cos y, dou v by dou y is also e power x cos y. So dou u by dou x is equal to dou v by dou y, and see these both are same but we have opposite sign, so that's why you can write dou u by dou y is equal to minus dou v by dou x. Otherwise you can write as dou v by dou x is equal to minus dou u by dou y, no problem. So anyway u comma v satisfies CR equations. Whenever real part and imaginary part of a given complex variable function satisfies CR equations, immediately we should conclude that given function f of z is analytic at everywhere. So in the climax step you can write that step. Therefore f of z is equal to e power z is analytic at every point in the complex plane. This is the conclusion. maybe given complex plane have an infinite number of points. Okay, our function is analytic at each and every point on that complex plane. Okay, that is the conclusion, that is the advantage of CR equations theorem. Okay, see the next problem. See the next one. Let us represent the given complex variable function with f of z, which is sin z. So since sin z is a complex variable function, replace z is equal to x plus iy. So you will get sin of x plus iy. You can express this one by sin of a plus b formula. Okay, we can easily expand the term by using sin of a plus b, which is sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. By using that relation, it becomes sin x into b value is iy, that's why cos iy, plus cos x into sin iy. But already we know that cos iy is equal to cos hy. Okay, cos iy can be expressed as cos hy, and sin iy is equal to I into sin hy. By using these results, this becomes sin x into cos hy. Replace cos iy by cos hy, plus write cos x here. And what about sin iy? Sin iy is nothing but I into sin hy. Write I here and write sin hy here. So real and imaginary parts are separated here. So this is u plus I we say. So you will get easily what is u here. What is the real part? U sin x into cos hy. And what is v? Cos x into sin hy. Calculate the partial derivatives. Dou u by dou x is equal to, in this case, except x remaining are all constants. Here cos hy is the constant because it is in terms of y and in product. So don't take derivative for cos hy. It is enough to write the derivative of sin x with respect to x, which is cos x into cos hy. Now calculate dou u by dou y. Okay, what is dou u by dou y? In this case, we have to write the derivative of cos hy. So sin x is the constant, don't take derivative for this one. And the differentiation of cos hy with respect to y is sin hy. Everybody knows it. Now calculate partial derivatives of v with respect to x and y. Okay, so take the derivative of cos x with respect to x, because sin hy is constant in this case. So minus sin x into sin hy. And here write cos x as usually, and write the partial derivative of sin hy with respect to y is nothing but just you write the ordinary derivative for y terms, which is cos hy. So clearly we are observing that this is cos x into cos hy and this is also cos x into cos hy. So we got dou u by dou x is equal to dou v by dou y. And see, dou u by dou y is equal to minus, these both are same but are of opposite signs. So the real and imaginary parts of the given complex variable function f of z satisfies CR equations. That's why we should conclude that f of z is analytic at every point in the complex plane. Should write that uv satisfies CR equations. uv satisfies CR equations. Hence we conclude that f of z is analytic. Okay.